Hello, YouTube. The question for the day. Actually, I have two of them. Get these windows rolled up. Some AC cooking. The question for the day. The first one. What's the difference between bathing in Jesus' blood and playing jump rope with Jesus' intestines? I maintain that there's not a whole lot of difference. They're both pretty fucking weird. And then the second question, my main question today. Why don't we ever, or very rarely, hear Christian types talking about environmental issues? What's wrong with them? Can't they see that, we got a problem brewing here? They talk about gay marriage an awful lot. They talk about, saving yourself from hell a lot. And these are just issues that exist only in one's mind. Hell is not even real. And then gay marriage, the only reason you might have a problem with that, because it bothers you. It's going to exist in your mind. There could be two gay people living next to you, and you wouldn't fucking know whether they're married or not. It's stupid. However, things like pollution, like the fucking continent made out of plastic floating in the middle of the ocean, deforestation, the shit that's going on in Canada where they're strip mining for this fucking oil shale, overpopulation. Those are some very real issues. I mean, there's going to be a frickin' shortage of fresh water pretty soon. People are predicting. To me, that makes it sound like maybe there's a few too many people. Maybe we ought to look at ways to stabilize the population instead of trying to get the salt out of some ocean water. Maybe we should say, hey, maybe we're getting a little crazy here with our numbers. Very real problems. And to be fair to the religious types, they're not the only ones that kind of avoid these issues. Political leaders, they sure avoid the overpopulation one. That's a fucking hot, political hot potato right there. But they at least give lip service to, pollution, deforestation. I kind of get a kick out of, the way Americans get all crazy about, the Amazon rainforest getting cut down. When it wasn't too long ago that we, clear cut North America. And we continue to do it. But let's get back to why they don't talk about it. Well, It's not an issue in the Bible. The Bible never mentions it. And that's probably because, you know, the population of the earth at that time was barely, I don't know, 5% of what it is now. The natural world, you know, humans being on the top of the natural world was by no means a settled issue at that time. I guess the natural world was still something to fear, something that was misunderstood. So I really think what it boils down to is, and not all Christians, but some of them, they can't fucking think for themselves. It's pretty obvious that gay marriage and gay people, you know, the fact that there are gay people is a non-issue. It doesn't affect anyone in any way other than their thought processes. So why do these people waste time on this shit? You know, I don't know. And, you know, the idea that somebody is going to go to heaven and somebody's going to go to hell, you know, it's obvious that that's just mythology. And I think in a lot of cases, these people really don't believe it. They may just be hedging their bets. But the idea that they're concerned about somebody, the idea that they're benevolent enough to care about what happens to my soul or your soul, I don't buy that for a minute. I think they're just trying to gain favor from their deity, so that, you know, it'll make it an even more of a sure thing that they're going to get to heaven. That's really what it boils down to. They're very concerned about their own afterlife, and they think that if they show concern for mine, that's going to help out when they're at the pearly gates. And, you know, sometimes when I talk about this stuff and I hear what's coming out of my mouth, I just, it's incredible that we even have to deal with this. There are real issues that face mankind. And not just mankind. There are real issues that face every life form on this planet. And the vast majority of humans, some of them in positions of great power, completely ignore reality in favor of some stupid shit. Why is that? And what can we do about it? I guess that's the big question, is what the fuck can we do about it? I just returned from a camping trip in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and it's gorgeous up there. You know, it's largely forested. Some of it even appears to be fairly old growth. Lake Superior, we just, you know, I make a pilgrimage there every year. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. we talked to these guys that were leading these kayak tours, asking them where I could get some water, because there was no pump or nothing at the little picnic area we were at. And these guys said, they said, oh fuck, we just drink out of the lake. You know, amazing that this giant body of water, that you could still do that. I didn't drink out of the lake. We found a drinking fountain where we could fill up our little tiny bottles. But it'd be nice to think that, you know, my kids, when they're my age, will still have that option. They could still enjoy that forest. They could still go kayaking on that lake and look at a shipwreck in 60 feet of water and see it. I don't have the answer as to, you know, what we can do to get these fucking people on a more realistic track, a more beneficial track. They, you know, they're out of the multitude of things that they fail to realize. You know, humans are going to be here for a long time. There's not going to be no end of the world. Jesus, this guy in front of me is fucking going all over the place. There's not going to be no end of the world, and Jesus ain't coming back. These things are obvious. Just how do we knock some sense into these fuckers? I don't know. If anybody's got the answer to that, feel free to leave it on this video. That's it, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to pass this fucking lunatic and sign out.